Hello, Taurus. Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is a bonus read, my friends. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. Gosh, Mercury retrograde is in my mouth here. I'm tripping over this tongue a lot this week. Here we go. Let's find out what's going on. If you have been here before, and if you are the ride or die, you know that this reading is for the present or the future energy. I don't intend to read for the past energy. Somebody always makes it about the past energy in the comments, though. It always seems to be that way. Let's find out what's going on for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, my bull gang. Thank you so much for all the ways that you love me on this channel. I do appreciate you eating up these readings. I can't get them out for you quick enough. Tell me about Taurus. Tell me what's going on with Taurus, please. We do have the Empress. Look, we ask about Taurus and Taurus appears. It feels like here that somebody's going to have to make some sort of a decision, Taurus. I feel like you're back and forth on something. And I feel like you're back and forth on something here, but I think you're going to make the right decision because the Empress has the wisdom of all the queens. And I feel like you're looking at it from all angles. So whatever it is that you're about to make a decision about here, and I also feel like you're looking at the universe to say, look, I'm in choppy waters. Can you help me? Can you help me make some sort of decision? So you never really always make those decisions on your own. You're always looking to the universe, asking for help because you are connected that way, right? To your source. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles. What's the decision Taurus needs to make this in this reading here? What's the decision that Taurus is trying to make here? You're trying to make a decision about your happiness. What is going to make you happy? Is it going to make you happy to get into a relationship right now? Is it something that you have the capacity to have space for? It feels like really what you want is happiness. And that's what the Ten of Cups is. The Ten of Cups is about the apex of happiness. Yes, it's about emotional happiness, but look, being in a relationship is not always emotional happiness for everyone. We find our way to be happy. For some of us, it's just to have a happy family. Maybe you're a person who is single and you have children. I feel like somebody here just wants to be happy, but it feels like you're making a decision about something that might rock your happiness just a little. Tell me more about this. Tell me about the Ten of Cups here. Making a decision about what's going to make you happy. You're making this decision in a very grounded and solid and a way that you're really looking at all aspects. We do have the Queen of Wands. Should you do it? Should you stay single or should you get into a relationship? It feels like somebody is weighing the pros and cons back and forth. Because the Queen of Wands is somebody who is growing, right? She's growing, creating. This is somebody who's on her own path. She knows the way. Feminine or masculine, take it as it resonates. I say she because it looks like there's a woman on the card, although this person on the card is quite androgynous. We do have the Queen of Wands here, and the Queen of Wands is someone who's independent, who's creative, going after their fire, someone who's always growing, someone who I feel has their face to the sun, I want to say, because the sunflower is facing forward here. So I feel like somebody here is making a decision, or you will be making a decision coming up as to whether your happiness comes from being independent and doing your own thing, not having to check with anyone before you do what you do, or are you wanting to get into some sort of a family situation? And with the Ten of Cups, to me, it's like yours, mine, and ours, right? It's like we bring our families together. They might have kids, you might have kids, but then you have kids together. It feels like a blended family to me. So I feel like somebody has a decision to make here. Do I want to be single or do I want to be in a family situation? Tell me what the decision is here. What's the decision here for Taurus? Because you're the Empress, right? You don't really need anybody, which is a beautiful place to be. When you don't need that person, when you're not focused on the past, when you're not focused on having to have somebody to fill the hole in your heart, and you're happy on your own, then this really does become a want and not a need. So I feel like I'm speaking to a Taurus who doesn't need a relationship, who doesn't need a person, who's not heartbroken over someone not choosing them. I feel like it's somebody here who's like, you know, I'm kind of good on my own, but it would be nice to have somebody on my side, right? We do have the Tower, so I feel like you are coming to some type of realization, and that's why you're going to make this decision. What is the realization, please? It feels like the Tower is going to change your mind, shift. It's like a, yeah, it's a shift and a change. When the Tower comes, though, it changes everything. It's like everything that you thought you were, everything you thought, who you thought you were, everything you thought you wanted, everything changes. It's like a moment of clarity here. Tell me why the Tower is here. I feel like this decision is what is causing the Tower. We do have the Five of Wands. I feel like you don't trust somebody, Taurus. I feel like you really want to make the decision to have somebody in your life, but I feel like they need to love you in a way that you can remain free. And I don't mean an open relationship. I mean that you don't have to have someone hanging on you 24/7. They don't want you hanging on them 24/7. We don't want codependency here. But the Five of Wands tells me that you're fighting within yourself. I don't know what this person wants from me. Like, you don't really want someone who is going to hinder you from creating and moving forward and being fiery and going after the things that you want and being an entrepreneur, right? You don't want someone to get in the way of that. Tell me more. We have the King of Swords, but you need to be really honest with this person. So it feels like you are going to strike up some sort of honest communication with this person here. They could be the King of Swords. You could be the Queen of Wands. Take it as it resonates. The King of Swords is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. The Queen of Wands is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. It's fire energy. We do have Taurus and Libra here. We have some Scorpio energy here as well. I feel like, Taurus, that you feel that this person needs to be really honest with you about whether there is other competition or not. You want someone, like, I feel like you want someone to be yours, and that's it. And if they're going to have other people in the DMs, if they're going to have, if they have other unresolved relationships around them, I feel like you have to have a really honest and truthful conversation with this person about all of this turmoil that you have within, fighting with the self, arguments. I'm not really sure. I'm holding back because I don't know the truth. Feels like somebody here is looking for the truth about something. Sorry, dropped some cards. Hang on. And I feel like you have to have some sort of a truthful conversation with somebody here. It could be someone that's in your family, but for some of you, it could be someone about a relationship. The King of Swords can be a father, for sure. A father or a mother. Got the Temperance here and the Hanged Man. You're waiting for the shift of energy. You're waiting for balance. You're waiting for a moment in time where everything's going to shift and you're going to be like, okay, I know the answer. But I feel like you don't know the answer right now. I feel like you're in the Hanged Man energy, which tells me that you're kind of trying to look at it from someone else's perspective. You're not selling me on this, Taurus. I don't think that you're ready to get into a relationship. But you know what I feel? I feel like you really require practicality. I feel like you want a practical relationship, somebody who can be in your life but not constantly stuck to you, not codependent wise. Tell me more about this Tower here. Tell me more about the Tower for Taurus. Got the Lovers, Six of Cups, and the Five of Swords. Interesting. So I think, Taurus, that this is somebody who you've had a back and forth with. This is somebody that you've known for a really long time, someone that you would consider a soulmate. This is also somebody that I feel that you feel you're supposed to be with. But I also feel that this person is somebody that you have fundamental differences with. This is somebody who doesn't necessarily either agree with how you live your life or maybe your perception of what a relationship should look like. But the Five of Swords is always about some sort of a conflict or a disagreement of some kind. You two have very specific fundamental differences. And it could be it could be about religion. It could be about where we make our money, where we're going to live, how we raise children. Like it's fundamental. It's something that is a deal breaker. And so I feel like this feels like it's a soulmate, someone that you've known for a really long time, but it also feels like your realization here, the Empress is having a realization, we've been down this road before. Like we've been down this road before, and it always comes to a place of fundamental differences. We know that we're the lovers. We know that we're soulmates and that we should be together. The Six of Cups tells me that you have a lot of water under the bridge with this person. You have a lot of nostalgic, happy thoughts with this person. But it feels like whenever you two get together, the Five of Swords is glaring. Tell me what the fundamental differences are. That's what your realization is, Taurus. It's like it always starts out with the bloom on the rose. And then when the bloom comes off the rose, we start arguing and fighting. And I won't, the Empress is not somebody who's going to compromise her interests. The Empress has worked really hard to be in a space where she or he, right, feminine or masculine, she or he is a person who is like, I like who I am. I've really worked really hard to be stable and grounded and be the Queen of Wands and be the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. I speak my mind, and the Queen of Pentacles, I do take care of myself. And I feel like it's almost like, Taurus, you're like, I don't need you to tell me who to be. Oh, that's a song. That is Broken and Beautiful. I feel like, Taurus, you've put yourself together piece by piece, that you have been broken, and I feel like you have healed the self to the Empress level, and you don't need someone to tell you who to be. That's Broken and Beautiful. What's her name? What is her name? The girl from American Idol. I can't remember her name. Kelly Clarkson. That's it. So I feel like in that song, she's like, I don't need you to tell me who to be. I just need someone to love me. Just let me be. Just let me be who I am going to be. And I feel like whenever you get into these thoughts of these romantic, nostalgic thoughts about being with this person, that the realization comes that this person is always telling you my way or the highway, right? This person wants you to be something that maybe you can't necessarily be. We do have the Four of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the Hermit. So I feel like the arguments that ensue, the Five of Swords, the arguments or the differences of opinion or fundamental differences is in how we raise our children, where we live. The Four of Wands is here. Where we live, how quickly things are going to move. Maybe you don't want to move that quickly because you've realized that your stability comes in moving at things slowly and thinking things out. The Hermit energy is here, right? So you're like, I have the wisdom that I got to go slow. I got to go over the details, and I have to be very practical with the way that I'm making decisions because it involves children. So I feel like somebody here wants you to go really quickly, make a quick decision, and I feel like you're like, I can't do it. So I feel like all this time you're trying, with the Hanged Man, you're sort of looking at it from another perspective, saying, well, maybe I could concede. Maybe I could concede some things. But the one thing that I think you can't concede is the Queen of Wands. I feel like you need your space. You need to do what you want to do. You need to be the entrepreneur. You can't have this person wanting you to get in there and make dinner when you're trying to run your business. That's not the person that you are. I feel like you are the Empress who loves a beautiful home. But the thing is I feel like you have other things to do, that you also want to be yourself. You don't want anybody to put you in a position where you're the workhorse and they're out doing their thing with the Knight of Wands. You don't want to be in that position. So I feel like you're trying to see it from another perspective. What is your answer? What is the answer here, Taurus? I feel like you're waiting. You're waiting to have this conversation. I feel like the truth needs to come out and needs to be told. But I feel like the Temperance card is telling me that you're supposed to wait for the moment of alchemy. Wait for the shift of energy. Wait till you feel inside you that it's okay. I feel like I can deal with this conversation right now. But until then, I think you're in the Hanged Man energy. Tell me what the decision is for Taurus, please. We do have the... it's too small. Hang on. We've got... the Star. So I feel like you're like, but I want my wish fulfillment. I do want my wish fulfillment. And I do think that you see this person as a wish fulfillment. But I feel like the Hanged Man tells me that I got to look at it from a perspective that is, I'm going to have to make a lot of sacrifices. If I get into this relationship, I'm going to have to sacrifice possibly my business or my freedom or my independence. And I feel like I'm connecting with somebody who doesn't really want to give those things up. We do have the Four of Cups. I feel like you're thinking about rejecting the offer. Yeah, the Four of Cups. What happens if you reject the offer? The Knight of Pentacles. Maybe you're rejecting the offer because this person wants to move too quickly, and maybe you're going to say, okay, well, we can try this, but it's going to have to go slow. Let's go really slow. Let's let's be living in our own places separately, not moving in, not being, attached at the hip. Let's do that for a year. Let's go over some details and put some practical things in place before we decide to make this decision. Because I feel like what you don't want to do is, you would like to be with this person, but you don't want to have to sacrifice who you are in order to be able to do it. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. So this can move from the Ace to the 10, but it's got to be done over many years. I feel like that you're ready to take a shot at it. You're ready to be very honest about what it is that you want. And I feel like you're going to do it, even if this person ends up backing away and saying, no, I want to go quicker than that, then you're going to say, I'm sorry, then it can't be that way. I feel like you are wanting the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like you do see the value in it. You see that you two can make a lot of money together, or that you two are on the same path as it pertains to making, generational wealth, or raising a family together, or whatever it is. But I feel like you're not willing to give up who you are. So this person is going to have to decide to let you be free and live where you want to live. Maybe not moving in, maybe taking our time, maybe dating for a year and deciding what we do from here. Tell me about the truth that comes out here, because I think you've been holding back the truth for a really long time. What happens when Taurus tells the truth? We've got the 7 of Cups in the reverse. We've got the 8 of Swords, and we have the Page of Pentacles. I feel like this person grudgingly says, well, okay, because I don't think they want to lose you, because I think they pick you. 7 of Cups tells me they're not confused about what they want. And the 8 of Swords tells me that they're kind of up in their head, like, we can start here at the Page of Pentacles. And it feels like the Page of Pentacles is telling me that you two live in your own places, but you come together to have coffee, have dinner, see each other face to face. Like, I feel like we can start there. But the 8 of Swords tells me that I feel like the King is really not really happy about the decision that you've made. But I feel like this person understands that you do not want to give up your independence, that they're going to have to live with somebody who is independent. And that's really a healthy relationship. The healthy relationship is not that we're stuck to the hip 24/7. We get sick of each other that way. That you go out there and you achieve, then I go out there and I achieve, and then that we come back together and we can be in love. We can be in love, and that's a comfortable and very functional way to be in a relationship. But you're like, no, I'm not giving up everything that I am. I'm not. It's just not going to happen. So Taurus, I feel like you're going to be making a decision about what you want. And what you want, I feel, is somebody who's going to allow you to be who you are, and who isn't, there's so many people out there that are looking to fill a hole in their heart, Taurus, or looking for someone to take care of them, whether you're feminine or masculine. Masculines find it all the time, women who want men to pay for everything. And women find men who just want a woman to come in and take care of them. And I feel like this seems like a really reasonable, healthy kind of way to start a relationship. I feel like this King of Swords, if that's who you're dealing with, maybe someone who is in air energy, possibly a Scorpio. We have strong Scorpio here too. Look, we have all the signs. It could be anybody. But I feel like you're like, I think that I can fall in love with you as long as you don't take away my stability. You don't take away my ability to work on my business, to be who I am. Stop trying to get me to be things that I don't want to be. We do have the Devil energy and the 10 of Swords. I feel like some of you here are going to comply, and you're going to hate it, because I feel like the only reason that you're going to say yes to whatever the King of Swords is telling you that they want you to do is because you're scared of losing them. And unfortunately, that's why a lot of relationships crash and burn, because we don't see this coming. The thing is, though, is I feel like you do see it coming. The Sun is here. I feel like you do see it coming. You know that this is a really great opportunity with an Emperor. There we go. With an Emperor, you know that you love this person dearly and deeply, and you've had this realization, I don't want to lose the Emperor, but it has to be on my terms. And I feel like for some of you, we'll just go ahead and say yes, it'll move forward, and it might get to the crash and burn because the Devil is here. 10 of Swords, right? Somebody is just going to jump in quickly because they don't want to be alone. And for those of you who don't mind if you're alone, I feel like you're going to take it slow. The realization is you're going to say to this Emperor, look, I am in love with you. I do love you deeply, very deeply. It's the Queen of Cups kind of love, right? It's adult love. And I feel like you do want to be in love with this person, but they're going to have to understand that you are the counterpart, and it's not only my way or the highway, it's your way or the highway, right? You don't need this person. You don't need them at all, and they don't need you. So we've got Taurus, Libra, and Aries here. I feel like somebody here is saying, we got to talk about the details. All the details. We need clarity on what we're doing before we go forward. All right. I'm going to leave it right there. I could read for you forever, but I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now. You guys take care. Love y'all, and I'll be back because I'm always back. Bye-bye.